When daffodils begin to peer with hay the doxy over the dale, why then comes in the sweet of the year, for the red blood reigns in the winter's pale. The white sheet bleaching on the hedge, with hay the sweet birds, oh how they sang, doth set my pugging tooth on edge, for a quart of ale is a dish for a king. The lark that tira-lira chants with hay, the thrush and the jay, are summer songs for me and my aunts, while we lie tumbling in the hay. I have served Prince Flore's ale, and in my time wore 3 pile, but now I'm out of service. But shall I go mourn for that, my dear? The pale moon shines by night, and when I wander here and there, I then do most go right. If tinkers may have leave to live, and bear the sow skin budget, in my account I may give, and in the socks avouch it. My traffic is sheets. When the kite builds, look to lesser linen. My father named me Autolycus, who, being as I am littered under Mercury, was likewise a snapper up of unconsidered trifles. With dye and drab I purchased this caparison, and my revenue is the silly cheat. Gallows and knock are too powerful on the highway. Beating and hanging are terrors to me. For the life to come I sleep out the thought of it. A prize! A prize! Let me see. Every 11 weather tards, every tod yields pound and odd shilling, 1,500 shorn. What comes the wool to? If the spring hold, the cock's mine. I cannot do without counters. Let me see. What am I to buy for our sheep-shearing feast? 3 pounds of sugar, 5 pound of currants, rice. What will this sister of mine do with rice? But my father hath made her mistress of the feast, and she lays it on. She hath made me 24 nosegays for the shearers, 3 man song men all, and very good ones. But they are most of them means and bases, but one Puritan amongst them, and he sings psalms to hornpipes. I must have saffron to color the warden pies, mace, dates, none, that's out of my note. Nutmeg 7, a race of 2 of ginger, but that I may peg, 4 pounds of prunes, and as many raisins of the sun. Oh, that ever I was born, in the name of me. Oh, help me, pluck but off these rags, and then death. Alack, poor soul, thou hast need of more rags to lay on thee, rather than have these off. Oh, sir, the loathsomeness of them offend me more than the stripes I've received, which are mighty ones and millions. Oh, alas, poor man, 1,000,000 of beating may come to a great matter. I am robbed, sir, and beaten my money and apparel ta'en from me, and these detestable things put upon me. What, by a horseman or a footman? A footman, sweet sir, a footman. Indeed, he should be a footman by the garments he has left with thee. If this be a horseman's coat, it hath seen very hot service. Lend me thy hand, I'll help thee. Come, lend me thy hand. O good sir, tenderly, oh, alas, poor soul. Oh, good sir, softly, good sir, I fear, sir, my shoulder blade is out. How now, can't stand. Softly, dear sir. Good sir, softly, you had done me a charitable office. Dost lack any money? I have a little money for thee. Now, good sweet sir, no, I beseech you, sir. I have a kinsman not past 3/4 of a mile hence, unto whom I was going. I shall have money, or anything I want. Offer me no money, I pray you, that kills my heart. What matter of fellow was he that robbed you? A fellow, sir, that I have known to go about with troll my dames. I knew him once servant of the prince. I cannot tell, good sir, for which of his virtues it was, but he was certainly whipped out of the court. His vices, you would say, there's no virtue. Whipped out of the court. They cherish it to make it stay there, and yet it will no more but abide. Vices, I would say, sir, I know this man well. He hath been since an ape-bearer, then a process server, a bailiff, then he compassed a motion of the prodigal son, and married a tinker's wife within a mile where my land and living lies. And having flown over many knavish professions, he's settled only in rogue. Some call him Autolycus. Out upon him, prig for my life, prig! He haunts wakes, fairs, and bear baitings. Very true, sir, he. That's the rogue that put me into this apparel. Not a more cowardly rogue in all Bohemia. If you had but looked big and spit at him, he'd have run. I must confess to you, sir, I am no fighter. I am false of heart that way, and that he knew I warned him. How do you now? Sweet sir, much better than I was. I can stand and walk. I will even take my leave of you and pace soft towards my kinsman's. Shall I bring thee on the way? No, good face, sir, no, sweet sir. Then fare thee well. I must go buy spices for our sheep shearing. Prosper you, sweet sir, your purse is not hot enough to purchase your spice. I'll be with you at your sheep shearing too. If I make not this cheat, bring out another, and the shearers prove sheep. Let me be unrolled and my name put in the book of virtue. Jog on, the footpath way, merrily hent the stile. A merry heart goes all the day, your said tires in a mile.